The Clyde River has the second highest oyster production in New South Wales, making the oyster industry an important part of the local economy. The Clyde River oyster farmers are working in partnership with the Southern Rivers CMA and other organisations to protect the water quality of the river and the broader catchment.
Well, the Clyde is probably one of New South Wales' last unique wild rivers. Its catchment is nearly 95% vegetated, which is very rare these days. It is probably one of the only remaining rivers in New South Wales that doesn't contain any dams or impoundments. So it's uniquely a river that is in its natural state.
The Clyde's a beautiful river. It has a high conservation value. It was a very productive oyster farming river. It's the second largest in New South Wales. About 85–90% of the shoreline is either state forest or national park. So there was very little chance of any pollution from development.
We came to the Clyde River to farm oysters because it's a very productive river. You know, it's got a good reputation for quality oysters, and it's well known for being an unpolluted river.
We've been growing oysters here on the Clyde River for about 30 odd years. My father started off the business and yeah, we're second generation. Kevin came into the industry 6 years ago. He came in with new ideas and very energetic. Being on the river like myself for a long time, at times you become stale. So what Kevin brought in is the energy, and we sort of, bounced off each other, got some of the older growers that were a little bit stale, and they started thinking about new ideas, and that's where it's good to have someone new come into the industry, because sometimes us old fellas tend to stick with the old times, and you've got to move forward.
The oyster farmers are quite environmentally conscious. They're always trying to improve their own cultivation techniques so not to affect the water quality. You know, if we've got poor water quality, we're going to have poor product. However, it was only happening on an individual farm basis. There was no industry-wide agreement or initiative.
When we became aware that, of the environmental management strategy, I could see that it was a great opportunity for the farmers to work together, which had not really happened in the past, and to work with government agencies, which also hadn't happened in the past. And what we found was that the farmers who were initially a little bit uncertain about this really did, at the end of the day, get together and work together with the Lands Department, the CMAs, DPI Fisheries, to make the river more sustainable. As a result, make our operation more profitable.
The EMS, it gave us the ability to engage departments on their level. That's what was stopping the industry moving forward and addressing issues, is that they couldn't effectively communicate with government departments and the public, where the EMS has given us that as a tool to just to engage.
The Clyde River oyster growers work together really well as a unit, and they not only care about their impact on the environment but also the health of the entire catchment. So they like to think about the big picture. For every time they try to do something good for the Clyde and for the health of the Clyde, they like to bring in the rest of the community into the work they're doing. So it has a bit of a ripple effect, and that's something that we like to support and encourage. We hope, and we're probably seeing the evidence of it now, that the Clyde River oyster growers are becoming an example of catchment stewards. They're looked to and respected by the rest of the community as an industry who, actually mean what they say. They talk the talk and walk the walk. They're not just talking rhetoric, they're actually undertaking actions to improve their industry, minimise its impact on the environment, but also to help the rest of the community to maintain the health of the Clyde and its catchment.
The most important thing is keeping a clean estuary, and the oyster is the canary of the river, and it's important that we look after the waterway, because once the oyster starts to die off, that means that there's a problem in our water system. So with the EMS, some of these little things that we've put in place has helped the water quality. It's all about looking after the water quality.